Hey guys, this is Christina again. I just wanted to do a quick update on my situation today. This is actually the last evening of my vacation, and I get to go back to work tomorrow. Yay! I have had a couple of realizations here lately that I wanted to share with you all, and it's been not really, I guess, not really emotional or anything because I'm having a lap band and I know that I'm doing something to change my current situation. But one thing that I'm really grateful for, and I'm going to be really happy for when that happens, is when I actually do start to lose some weight and I stop having people tell me you can't do this because of your weight in some way or another. My mom and I were actually talking earlier this week because um, I want to go back to school for physical therapy. I'm at a current job, have been for the last year and a half or so, and I'm just not that happy. Um, and in general, I'm not happy with my life. And I think a lot of that is because of the weight, but some of it is because of some other stuff I'm looking at addressing. Anyway, we went to meet with an advisor who we didn't think gave us that great of information on a particular physical therapy program. And my mom was talking to me today, and she said that she had some inside information about the reason that that particular individual might not have been so helpful. And her thought process is that it had something to do with my weight, because to be a physical therapist, you have to be in decent shape, especially when it comes to being able to move your patients from point A to point B. And on one hand, it's like the particular advisor we were speaking with, she doesn't know that I'm going to have the lap band, but it's not really any of her business. But at the same time, I think there's probably some truth to what my mom said, but it's still like, God damn, I am just as good as any other applicant, and I'm just as smart, and I'm tired of being told that I can't do something because of my weight, or feeling like that because of my weight. Um, I'm just ready for that to not be an issue. So if I don't get to do something, it's because of something else, like a fundamental lack of skills or something like that. Not something so superficial. And I think that's one of the things that bothers me about dealing with being a bigger person so much, is that you realize how something so seemingly trivial can be such a huge roadblock in your life for so many things. Um, I was talking to a friend about it too, and he was talking about a conversation he had with another guy friend who was really, really complaining about the fact that he hates fat people. I'm like, well, that's pretty judgmental considering not every fat person is the same. Uh, and really, they got down to the fact that it's not fat people that he hates per se, it's the fact that someone can let themselves get so unhealthy that they struggle doing simple things in life. And I can understand where you're coming from. It's pretty frustrating being one of those people. Um, but just things like that are things that are hard to hear. The fact that someone may not give me a chance over someone else because of some preconceived notion they have about fat people, and the way that they assume that being overweight and being unhealthy works, which is not the same for every person. I also don't subscribe to the idea that being overweight is the result of an addiction. I do think that using that food can quote unquote be loosely defined as a manifestation of an addiction, because people binge on it the way they would binge on something else that they might be addicted to. But I think really when people get themselves into trouble with food, it's because they are trying to cope with something in their life, and it turns out to be a really bad form of a coping mechanism for people. Um, Before this, I previously tried to go to Overeaters Anonymous, and that was super embarrassing, just because I was like, man, I am not addicted. Like, I'm not addicted. And, you know, you might be able to sit there and tell me that that's denial, which it might be, you know. Um, I'm not really sure at this point, but I had a huge problem saying that I had an addiction and that I was powerless over that because that's bull. Like, I have every power over what goes into my mouth, you know? And a lot of times that's hard to control. If I have a surge of emotion sometimes and I get a compulsion to eat, um, that that's really hard to control, but it's doable. So I don't like saying that it's an addiction either. Um, it's just some thoughts, you know. People don't. They just they really don't think about how hard it would be someone like that, you know? You've already gotten yourself into the position where easy things should be more manageable and aren't, much less just having to hear the thoughtless things people say. And ultimately, I cannot wait. My surgery date can't come soon enough because I am so ready to make that change and give myself a better life. Um, Shorter video today. If you have comments, please let me know. Comment, rate, subscribe. Share these with anybody you know who might be going through the same thing because I'd love to meet them. Love to have a buddy. And you guys have a good weekend. Bye.